Hello, Queens. I'm gonna need you to put your imagination to work today. So, close your eyes and let's begin. You're a content creator. You're a weight loss channel. You're over 500 lbs. You want to lose weight. But despite your efforts, you find yourself in the same exact position again and again.
The thing is, I fail each new diet change, but I never, ever stop and truly just give up.
But why is this? Why do you keep failing? Could it be your metabolism? Could it be your hormones? Your thyroid, perhaps? No, wait, maybe it's just genetics.
I don't know. It could be a sodium thing. It probably is a sodium thing. It's disheartening.
It's just water weight.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to a weight loss doctor.
Of course, because we never truly give up.
The high and the newness of it kind of has worn off.
Well, that didn't age well.
And I was going to do whatever this doctor told me to do. So I was going in super optimistic through the whole situation. And, when you're on a high and you don't sleep on it, you kind of act kind of manic, or at least for me, I do.
At this point, we're being primed and have already been led to the conclusion that this weight loss doctor has also failed our girl.
So I was ready for it. Went to the grocery store. I was going to change my whole life, you guys. I slept on it. I woke up the next day and I was ready to eat the meal plan that he told me to eat. 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon in the morning. And for my snacks, I was allowed to have beef jerky. For lunch, I was going to have a TV dinner of my choice. And then for dinner, I was going to have a turkey burger or a piece of chicken and some broccoli. See, when I say broccoli, it feels very weird on my mouth.
Now, listen closely, folks. Sometimes doctors make mistakes. But if there's one person who shouldn't be questioning an on-demand weight loss physician, it's our girl weighing in at 572.4 pounds, who's been self-diagnosed with binge eating disorder all her life. Surely not, right? Wrong. Keep watching.
But I do find some things odd and strange, and I had time to kind of rethink, rehash, and figure out if this is right for me. See, the thing is, I've had a lot of people contact me and tell me, sometimes the first weight loss doctor you see isn't going to be the right one. Sometimes you don't even need to see a weight loss doctor, you need to see a nutritionist, and all this stuff. And I didn't want to believe it. I was like, no, this is going to be my one and only. I'm so excited. But let me just talk for a minute.
If you've been a long-term viewer of Amberlynn's, you'll know that this is not only a way to manipulate her audience, but in fact, it's a great way to fool herself too. We're not even into the body of what this weight loss doctor did, but we can already agree that he's sounding more and more incompetent as the minutes go by.
So the first thing I found strange is that he didn't think weight loss surgery was right for me. For someone my size, a lot of people my size, they get told that weight loss surgery is right for you. This is how you're going to save your life. But he didn't want to give me weight loss surgery. I had told him I had the money, and he still explained to me he didn't think weight loss surgery was going to make me lose weight. And I was just like, okay. Second thing is this broccoli situation. So we were going back and forth, and he was telling me what to eat, and he was telling me what kinds of foods I like, because he didn't want me to eat things I didn't like, obviously. So he didn't mention anything of fruits and vegetables, not a single thing. And for some reason that shocked me, because I feel like a good nutritional diet is to have fruits and vegetables. And I remember because I kept trying to because he kept just talking, he talked a lot about himself, which I enjoyed, because he was talking about a lot about his experiences and stuff, but he kept going off on something else when he was trying to tell me what I was supposed to eat throughout the day. And for some reason, I even said this in the video before, he kept forgetting to tell me about what I should eat for dinners.
Despite Amber making this doctor sound like a moron, In a more recent video of Amberlynn's, we found out that weight loss surgery was indeed not right for her. To get approved, you would initially have to lose a lot of weight pre-surgery, attend serious therapy sessions, and prove that you can make sustainable changes to your diet and lifestyle. This is because if you don't do this, the risk of you gaining all of your weight back is very high. And if that did happen, then essentially, you're risking a serious surgery with risks in itself, all for nothing. With regards to the broccoli situation, I believe that once the weight loss doctor took a full medical history, he probably came to the conclusion that he needs to try and make weight loss as easy as possible for you. Giving a strict calorie limit along with changing everything in your diet can be quite daunting for anyone, let alone someone suffering with binge eating disorder. So I assume that it would only make sense to make these changes very slowly so it can give the patient some time to adjust to the changes. Therefore, Amberlynn, I highly doubt that the weight loss doctor told you that you shan't eat vegetables. You must stick to processed beef jerkies and McDonald's alone. If only you just gave these people the chance.
And so finally, like 3 different times, I was just like, so yeah, you didn't tell me what I have to do for dinner. And I felt kind of annoying, but like, that was the thing. That was why I went there. He was supposed to, tell me these things. He looked at me and he's like, so what do you think you should eat for dinner? And before I could even say anything, Becky was sitting and she was like, I'm thinking like chicken. He was like, exactly, just a piece of meat. You can even go to McDonald's and have cheeseburgers if you wanted, just take off the bun. But he wasn't mentioning like fruits and vegetables. And for some reason that just like surprised me for some reason. So I was like, well, do I have, stuff on the side? Do I have like veggies or whatever, like broccoli? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. But he was like, make sure you don't have a lot of it because it's filled with tons of carbs. And I was just like, okay.
Given Amber's track record of lying, there's only really 2 ways this conversation had happened. 1, Amberlynn is flat out lying. 2, Amberlynn completely misunderstood the doctor. Both very possible. I can imagine Amber saying something along the lines of, should I have some veggies with it, like broccoli or potatoes? And the doctor responding with, yeah, sure, as long as it's in moderation because they contain carbs, which is true. Amber is used to eating things like potatoes for 0 points on Weight Watchers. So I understand why the doctor would warn her about it.
For some reason, in my gut kind of twisted a bit. You know how like when you should trust your instinct, trust your gut and your heart and what that says? I was like, okay, so he'd rather me eat, I'm not saying anything's wrong with like bacon and stuff, like have that in moderation, of course, but he would rather me eat like sodium-filled beef jerky, and he'd rather me go to McDonald's and have a cheeseburger over broccoli. For some reason, that like churned me, like in my stomach. It like made me feel weird.
Her narrative is amazing, isn't it? I now have an image of poor innocent Amber just trying to eat her stem of broccoli when this evil, nasty, bizarre doctor shows up, snatches Amber's broccoli, and holds her hostage until she completes her bag of greasy, processed beef jerky, bacon, and McDonald's meal. How awful. Somebody, please call FBI Frank.
I asked him, should I log my food somewhere? Because he wanted me to stay under a carb limit. And he said, no, don't log your food. And in my head, I was like, then how do I know how many carbs I'm staying under? Because he gave me a specific number. And then I was like, well, should I count calories? And he was like, no, don't worry about calories because I don't want you to become obsessive or anything like that. Just follow exactly what I told you to eat. So I was just like, okay. I was really excited not to have to count calories because that is like my least favorite thing to do in like the whole world. It's so overwhelming, but it does the job. I'm going to be honest. Counting calories is like the #1 way of losing weight.
And in this moment is when the weight loss doctor realized that the real specialist is Amberlynn. Just kidding.
So it was the next day and I was following plan exactly like he told me to do. I was like, okay, I'm going to do something he told me not to do. I decided to go on MyFitnessPal and I decided to log my food on there. And I was excited. I was like, okay, I could probably eat like this every day. I don't have to eat tons of fruit and veggies. Like, okay, if I could lose weight and not have to eat those, cool. Because I should believe everything a weight loss doctor says, right? And my sodium was over 4,000 milligrams. I think it was at 4,600. I was about to say 46,000. I'd be dead. Yeah, it was at 4,600 milligrams. And that took me aback.
The doctor would have gradually changed this. Why was that figure so shocking to you? I know that for what you normally eat, like, your sodium levels would have surpassed that figure without a doubt.
Especially because the calories. The calories versus the sodium completely shook me. It was like 720 calories. That was all I was going to eat every single day. And I was like, my eating disorder mind and like everything that's happened to me in the past with like food and like everything just like came rushing back, and I started thinking of Octavia, and I started thinking of my binge eating disorder, and I was just like, what?
Of course, that sounds like an unusual calorie limit of someone of Amber's physique. However, I'm skeptical of her story, as I'm sure you are too. Amber may have undercalculated. Remember how recently she said that she doesn't count oil when cooking? If she's made 3 meals, that's already roughly 300 calories right there that she didn't count. But even so, I'm really struggling to understand how eating over 6,000 calories is safer than having 750. Make it make sense. If the weight loss doctor is wrong, you get your money back and continue with your 6,000 calorie diet. If he's right, you're looking towards a happier future. So what's it gonna be?
720 calories? I can't do it. See, and it's not even just like, oh, but I can like stop eating that and add more of that to my diet and, you know, make sure I don't have as much sodium, but like higher my calories. I couldn't, because he told me distinctively, this is what you're going to be eating every single day. And I don't know. I want to know. DM me if you want. Is 720 calories every single day, is that okay for someone? Especially when there's like really no fruits and no vegetables. It's all very like processed meats and things like that. And it's like a lot of sodium.
Well, I don't know. How about you answer this one for us, Amber? Is 6,000 calories a day okay? Especially when there's no fruits and vegetables involved? Especially when all the food is processed? Is that okay? DM me if you'd like.
Is that like okay? So before anyone clocks me and they're like in the comments and they're saying, well, you eat, you know, tons of sodium on the daily basis anyways. You guys, I am trying my hardest to find a sustainable, doable, healthy, nutritious, not malnourished type of lifestyle. If I'm going to be starting a new diet plan and I truly have to like try every single day not to eat the junk that I want to eat and to become a healthier me and lose weight, I don't want to be doing something unhealthy.
And that is exactly where this weight loss doctor was leading you, Amber. Unfortunately for you, you did not give him a chance. This is partly why people are frustrated with you. This is the reason why there's a video of the Amberlynn cycle.
I thoroughly believe that you should trust your gut, and I have done this so many times.
And this is exactly the type of nonsense you would come up with when you have no valid reason to end a program. Not giving a legitimate reason, just saying, it's a gut feeling. This is not good enough.
I know, I'm annoying, hate me, I'm sorry, but it's just like, this is my life and my journey, and I'm trying to find what is right for me. And I know what's right for me, and it's like staring right at my face. It's just like, me, pick me, pick me. And it's just like, it's so obvious what's right for me. It's so obvious what works for me. I just have to do it.
And just like that, Amber went against the doctor's weight loss plan. Little did she know she would soon find another magical weight loss doctor, who also failed her. Then she would find a nutritionist. Nope, that didn't work either. Wait, there was a dietitian. No, the dietitian eventually blocked her due to online harassment. Bear in mind, this was not Amber's official paid dietitian. She was a viewer who wanted to help Amber out of the goodness of her heart. But she too soon realized that Amber was beyond help.
I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are going to be upset with me. But I'm not following my doctor's plan anymore. I don't even think I'm ever going to see him again. I don't feel comfortable eating only 700 calories and having over 4,000 milligrams of sodium. It just doesn't make sense to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I want to be able to eat vegetables.
Oh, mind yourself. There's that crazy doctor again coming to snatch your vegetables.
I personally like vegetables. I mean, I don't eat them every day, but like when I'm on track and trying to become a better me, vegetables are key. They make me feel better. I want to be able to have some fruit here and there. Moral of the story, 700 calories, over 4,000 milligrams of sodium doesn't make sense, doesn't add up in my brain. It's not right for me.
So maybe the weight loss doctor was wrong. What makes you think that you're right? If you've been gaining weight steadily on a weight loss channel, what makes you think that you can turn this around on your own? You know, sometimes we need help in life, no matter what it is. Why are you denying yourself the help?
But I do want to let everyone know, don't you fret. I've not given up. Girl, I'm going to be weighing in again because he wanted me to throw away the scale. And I'm just like, I'm not. I need to weigh myself. I am almost 600 pounds. I'm like 40 pounds away from 600 pounds. I need a scale to tell me I am not getting closer to that number. Like, that's what? If you see a weight loss doctor and they tell you things that are just downright like not something that you feel in your gut is gonna work for you, because trust me, that what he told me to do might work for other people 100%, but does that work for me and my journey? No.
And again, Amber is the only one in the entire universe that things just do not work for. Things can work for other people, but for Amber, it just doesn't work. She's recently started using Ozempic, and she's also been saying perhaps it doesn't work as well for her as it does for other people.
I don't think it does. And that's okay. You need to find something that works for you. And I hate preaching to the choir when I'm literally like the most worst like influence when it comes to weight loss. I understand that. But again, I don't stop getting on that bike no matter how many times I fall off. And I feel like someone should at least give me credit for that, because I could literally turn this whole channel into a mukbang channel and I could make so much more money than I am now, but I would die a lot sooner. Bye.
I want to thank you all for making it this far into the video. If you liked it, please give me a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. Hope you're all doing good, and we'll catch up in the comments as usual. Love you all. Bye.